everybody, this is Erica, the technology nerd who likes to film stuff, and I'm sitting here in the Sony Media Lounge. It's a nice private lounge, it's pretty quiet, so I've had a chance to look at a couple more colors of the Z2. I only had a chance to look at the black one out on the show floor, so I want to take a chance to show you something here. So sitting right here, I have both the white Xperia Z2 and also the purple one, and I must say that the white one really is my favorite. It just looks so elegant here. Take a look at this. This really is such a pretty phone. You know, of course, the black's really nice as well, and the purple, some people are going to fancy as well, but seriously, there's just something about the white. But there is something interesting in the design. It seems that they have changed it. One of the things that I've seen so far is that Sony tends to use an aluminum bezel, or aluminum framing, if you will. And on the side here, you can see that not only is it aluminum, but it's also plastic. It's a plastic injection molding, and Sony told me that this is because it helps with antennas, it helps getting reception, which does make sense here. But one of the things that I'm noticing with injection molding, especially on the white one, is that it tends to stain a little bit. That's something that I mentioned in my first impressions hands-on video, that I did talk to a Sony employee and he handed me a white version of the phone, and I could see that just from being inside of his pocket that the dye tended to transfer onto the white injection molding. So that's something that I'm a little bit worried about. Right now this one is new. It hasn't been in any pockets. But I just wanted to show you that indeed it's not all aluminum. On their website it says that the frame is aluminum, but you can see here that this is plastic. It reminds me quite a bit of what we have on the HTC One, and admittedly the HTC One around the sides, it did end up turning colors as well, although I didn't see pocket dye transferring to it. So right now I do see that it's not entirely white. People have been handling it a little bit. So I do see some staining here and there, but it's not bad. But it really does raise the question, what's going to happen to the white version after being in your pocket or after having it for several months? And after what they told me, the fact that it's deliberate, that it's injection plastic, I don't think that this is a design that's going to change. I can only hope that maybe they seal the plastic or they put a coating on it so that it doesn't end up picking up dye. But that is a major concern anytime you change a design, and this one might not be for the better. Alright, so with the question of does it rub off, I ended up taking the phone and rubbing it against my pants to emulate what I had seen yesterday. And yes, this looks pretty much just like what I had seen yesterday. You can see the contrast here, that's completely white and then blue. Let's turn it around. So you've got white, then blue, white, then blue. So this is just with my jeans. So that indeed, you can see it does indeed transfer. But let's see if it cleans off. Okay, so I took a short trip to the water tank that they have in here. So you can see that they have something to test the waterproof ability of the phone. So I dunked it several times, and then I took a microfiber cloth, that's just a microfiber cleaning cloth, and I rubbed it over and over and over again. And you can see that I really did get most of that dye off, but it's really not the same lustrous white that it was before. It's got a little bit of a tint to it. It ends up looking a little bit grungy. One thing that they don't have here is alcohol, which can act kind of like a solvent to see if I can get the rest of the remaining amount out. But you can see here it's not nearly as bad as it was before, but it's also not as white as what's on the bottom either. And I also tried the same thing with the purple one, and while I can see a little bit of a blue tint to it as compared to the rest of it, it's really not noticeable. So if you're someone who's really worried about keeping a clean appearing phone, unless they change the design of the plastic or their method for the plastic, I'd probably go with one of the darker versions. So thank you everybody for watching. This has been Erica, the technology nerd who likes to film stuff. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. For following me for the rest of MWC, please see the link in the description for my Google+. I will also put a link in the description for my Twitter. That way you can ask me questions, you can see what's going on. So will I get the white version? Well, I might have to brave it because I really do like the color, but this does concern me.